Hi guys, hope you guys are doing great. You guys are doing fine. Thank you so much for choosing this channel as part of your channels to watch. Welcome, and if it's your first time, don't forget to hit the subscription button and you'll be part of the family. Welcome to today's episode, and today we are going to, as usual, here the topics are women-based topics, children-based topics. So we are like, I'm a children's basing or women's basing topics. All my topics are related to either children or women. Those are my two people that I'm in love. It's not that I don't love men or I love men because I know they are also supporting my channel, and you're also watching my channel. Thank you so much for any man out there who is watching and supporting me. I appreciate your support. But I mostly base teaching on women because a lot of us are at least have faced one or two of the things that I normally talk. Either you're breastfeeding, or you're pregnant, or you're a first-time mom. So all these are the topics that I talk about: breastfeeding mothers, I talk about childbearing, I talk about labor, I talk about breast and all to do with breastfeeding and all that, Yeah, those are my topics. So thank you so much for choosing this channel as part of your channel today. Thank you, and come aboard. Welcome aboard. And today I have this interesting topic to talk about, and this is breastfeeding in public. Have you ever come across somebody breastfeeding in public? Were you shocked? Were you amazed? Yeah, but in African culture, many people breastfeed anywhere. In public transportation, in where there are many people, whenever the baby is thirsty. As long as you're holding your baby and your baby is thirsty, it doesn't matter where you are. You just get your boob out and then you continue breastfeeding. But today I want to talk on a few tips. Is it safe? Is it healthy for the baby and for you personally as a mother? Breastfeeding in public. I know it may sound weird if I say that it's not very healthy. It may sound weird, but there are some facts that I want to talk on to clarify, or to clarify on the point that I want to bring about. And this is, when you are breastfeeding in public, there are so many, a lot of the first of all, the air around. Sometimes the place is dusty. Sometimes people are coughing without even covering their mouth. A lot is happening in public. So, and for you are busy. Let me say, this is a child. My coffee. I don't want to pour my coffee. This is the child, and the child is suckling. You are there busy suckling, but the environment around, because it's only your home that you can say at least the environment is safe, that you have cleaned your house, everything is safe. So you even trust the air around your house. It's very safe. But just look at this in public. You are there in public transportation. Your baby is your baby is thirsty. You want to breastfeed. It's very okay. I'm not against that, because we want to satisfy our baby's need. We want to satisfy your baby's need, because if you don't breastfeed them, they'll start crying and then they'll embarrass you the more. But I've not said that not breastfeeding in public. It doesn't matter, because as I've said, the environment may not be very safe, or things may be going around in the environment, so things are not very safe. But if you need to, and you really feel that the baby wants to breastfeed at that moment, and there's no way that there's no, maybe you are traveling, or there's no other place that you can go and breastfeed. That's why I always tell you, walk with something always. As a breastfeeding mom, make sure that you have a piece of cloth in your bag, in your handbag, wherever you are carrying. As long as you are carrying a baby who who is breastfeeding. Whenever you're walking, walk with your baby. Next time, I'm also going to tell you about the bras to wear. You know, I've not worn any bra because I'm just inside my home. But if you are in public there, you want to walk with breasts like mine, of course you'll have a bra, but a special bra that it will help you to pull up your boob very easily. Because sometimes you are in public, your baby wants to breastfeed, but you start imagining how tight you have tightened your breast. The bra is very tight, and at least this cloth of mine, I can just pull the boob out. But you find that you're in a place whereby you cannot pull the boob out, and your baby is crying. What do? Make sure that you get the right bra. And there are so many right bras for breastfeeding. There are those bras that they have got an opening here. You can just buy those ones, especially if you're breastfeeding. So breastfeeding mamas, we have to be very, we take precautions or very cautious when you're traveling with babies who are breastfeeding. Make sure that you're putting on a right bra. And not only a right bra, but also a cloth that you're wearing. It should be very boob removing friendly. Boob removing friendly. Not only boob removing friendly, but also the bra that you are wearing. It should be boob removing friendly. Because if they are not boob removing friendly, you're going to be embarrassed. You know, sometimes you can be outside walking, and you put a very tight cloth and the baby wants to breastfeed, and there is no way. You're like, what can I do? So you start calming the baby, you give the baby a pacifier, and if the babies are very hungry, they'll not want your pacifiers. They'll just throw your pacifiers away because they're very hungry and they want to breastfeed. So make sure that 1, you wear the right bra for breastfeeding. 2, you wear a cloth which is breastfeeding friendly. But 3, make sure that you carry a cloth. What's the use of this cloth? The use of this cloth is, my baby wants to breastfeed and I'm in public. It's not that I'm going to deny my baby the luxury or the leisure to breastfeed, but I want my baby to breastfeed in a safe environment. And I'm going to make it safe by doing this. So here, I can breastfeed my baby comfortably with no tension. Because sometimes you're breastfeeding and there are some people, they're looking at the size of your boob, some are looking at the size of your nipple, some are starting to judge how black your areola is, some are trying to judge how black your nipple is, how big your nipple is, how your baby is suckling. So we know there are also those babies who suckle very in a very funny manner. They bring that sound and everybody's just looking at you and they're like, what can I do here? But if I'm covered here, my dear, if I've covered my baby here, anything what my baby does, it's up to our business. It's none of anybody's business. Because even if they look, they will not see through. So I'll encourage mothers. Though there are some babies like mine, when I used to breastfeed, they don't want to be covered. You are covering and they are there enjoying the breastfeeding, but at the same time, they are removing the piece of cloth. At the same time, they are removing the piece of cloth. So what you're going to do, mamas, to avoid that, that your baby wants to breastfeed. First of all, you make sure that this cloth is not very heavy. It's not see-through and it's not very heavy. You get me? It's not very heavy, but then it's not see-through. So here you cannot see through, but then it's not very heavy. So mamas, for me, what I used to do with my baby, as if I'm in public breastfeeding and I know my baby, how my baby disturbs, my baby doesn't want to be covered. But if I'm with the baby, enjoying and laughing, hello baby, are you enjoying my breast? Hiya, hello. I'm talking to the baby while I'm breastfeeding. We are undercover, remember? So we are here undercover, but then I'm talking to my baby while I'm breastfeeding. Here, I'll take the tension of the baby because I don't know what they always want. They remove. I don't want. They are breastfeeding, but their eyes are always rolling all over. But to distract that eye roll over, or to distract them from paying attention to the other environment and everything, I'm with my baby. So make sure that you, as the mother, it's not that for you, you want the baby to breastfeed, and for you are busy admiring whatever you are admiring around. No. Also, the baby will want to admire what you are admiring. Also, the baby will want to see what you are seeing. But if you put all your attention to your baby, because it's your baby that you're breastfeeding, my dear, so all your attention should be to your baby. So if you give the baby attention, if you're looking at the baby, also the baby will be calm looking at you as you're breastfeeding. So this is one tip. As you're breastfeeding. So even if as I'm breastfeeding my baby, I'm talking to my baby here, I'm looking at my baby, we are discussing, blah blah blah, are you enjoying, blah blah blah. The baby is laughing, and what you'll draw the baby's attention, so the baby will be only attained by you. Unless otherwise, sometimes the environment is so noisy, so somebody will say something, the baby want to see, the music is playing around, the baby will want to see, a lot of, that's why I'm saying that breastfeeding in public is also another job itself. Unless otherwise, unless your baby is really in need and you're in a place that you cannot go in a chamber, or you cannot go somewhere whereby there is a little bit of privacy, because in public environment anything can happen. A lot of noise, a lot of this, somebody has said this, somebody shouting, somebody has said this, a lot is happening. So all that draws attention to your baby. But as I've said, have a piece of cloth, cover your baby, and if your baby is very hungry and you're concentrating with your baby only, your baby will listen to your cues, and then she'll breastfeed, or will breastfeed until you're finished. If you're finished, then you cover up your breast, then you remove your clothes, and you let your baby breathe in and see the environment. But it's not very safe. I've not said that it's not okay to breastfeed in public, but it's not very safe when you are just, the boob is out, then you are breastfeeding, and everybody, everybody is paying attention to your boob. You are there, you are breastfeeding, and, it's not very, even the little ones, they need privacy. They want to be, they want to have that time of mama and baby breastfeeding alone, and leave alone all the other environmental distractions. So if you're breastfeeding in public, make sure to consider these three things as I've said. You're wearing a proper breastfeeding friendly bra. You are having a piece of cloth, and you yourself, you're not wearing something that will obstruct you or will make you uncomfortable on removing your boob. Sometimes there are these clothes whereby even they have a zip here. You zip it up, then you remove the boob and you breastfeed. So make sure that you are wearing a friendly cloth, you are wearing a friendly bra, and also you are carrying along with a piece of cloth, because anything can happen anywhere, especially when you're having breastfeeding babies. Anything can happen anywhere. So you make sure you are ready anywhere, anytime, at any place. You are just ready to breastfeed your baby. But I've not said that breastfeeding in public is wrong. It's not wrong. Breastfeed your baby whenever your baby needs to be breastfed, but make sure that you take precaution because of healthy matters, healthy issues. So make sure that you are wearing a right bra, you are wearing a right cloth, and you are carrying on an extra cloth so that you can cover up, you can give yourself a privacy, and also your baby can enjoy your breast milk in public. Thank you so much, and hope you have enjoyed today's video. Hope to see you in the next video, because there's a lot to uncover. Thank you for now, and bye. Love you.